I want you guys to wake up knowing that every day you're on your way to success. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel or welcome back. I'm Tony Ann and it's time for another episode of the It's On You series, basically where I talk all about all the things that we have to hold ourselves accountable for on our journey to living a happy, healthy, and free life. Today's topic is going to be all about feeling stuck. After a while, we start to get that burnout and we feel like we're in a rut. We feel like we're never going to progress. It's going to be a constant cycle of just feeling low. I'm here to tell you guys that you're entirely wrong. You're not going to be stuck unless you want to be. So let's get into it. Number one, be aware of your expectations. This tip is going to be very important to a lot of us high achievers out there. We want to have things be perfect and we do like to set high goals, right? But we also want to make sure that these goals are realistic. Is this really possible? Those unrealistic expectations are usually the reason why we feel stuck in life, because we are not able to reach them. So it makes sense. I would recommend you guys try to have more of a reasonable goal and also pat yourself on the back for the things that you have been able to accomplish. My advice would be to take data from the goals that you set. You have to look and see where you can tweak some things. Maybe consider increasing the time period that you give yourself to lose that weight or to get that money. Okay, it's okay to kind of ease into it. Start off small so that way you can build up to achieving higher goals in the future. Number two, utilize calendars. Now, this one may seem a little bit childish and it may not work for everyone because not everyone is kind of visual like that. But I do think a lot of people will benefit from using a calendar. So you can go to your Dollar General, Dollar Tree, pick up a calendar or a planner and some stickers. Okay, get colorful, get fun with it. I want you guys to document all the times that you have put forth effort towards reaching a certain goal. So anytime that you went to the gym, put a sticker down. Anytime that you have really put in work into your business for that day, put a sticker down. What that does is allows you to see just how much work you have been putting in. It will allow you to visualize and see that, yes, you're being consistent. When you aren't accurately tracking your progress, you're going to feel like there's nothing happening. So also mark down in the calendar anytime that you have reached a milestone. Anything, and it can be something small. If it is 1 pound, if it is that you got a sale of $10, mark it down so that way you can see, yes, progress is being made. If you're not a person that does like the paper, that's totally fine. They do have online calendars as well, online planners. Also take pictures, right? So especially when it comes to health, I find that I was the most motivated when I was taking pictures of myself and I was seeing a change in my body, and that really did help motivate me. So we also have mental health goals. Write down those times that you're able to overcome something that you hadn't before. So maybe with social anxiety, let's make that an example. We can say, hey, I actually went out and I socialized today, or I made small talk. Anything like that, that is helpful to track. And eventually you will see that as you are continuing to work on yourself, your mind is also continuing to grow. Number three, stop scrolling. If people who know me outside of YouTube know that I am not a big fan of social media. However, I will say that in business, it is something that we do need to utilize in this day and age. I can't get around it. It is something that we do need to use. However, I do think that social media, while it is good for building a brand and a business, it is something that we have got to control. Stop scrolling on Instagram for entertainment. 1 hour can turn into 4 hours. And in those 4 hours, you could have been working on your business, going to the gym, bettering yourself. Be more purposeful with social media usage. I would say only do posts that are going to benefit your business. Okay, you may have one on the side for your friends and family if they want to check in on your life, but I really want you guys to hone in and do purposeful posts, do things that are going to benefit you. And those that complain that they are staying in the same place all the days of their life, it's because they are spending most of the time just doing mindless nonsense on Instagram. I know I feel like I'm singling Instagram out, but all of them are bad. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, okay, that sometimes can create mindless behavior. And I ain't talking about the group. It will have you left mindless. You will just be constantly on autopilot when you could be using that time to better your life. Some people will make the argument that, well, social media is good because you're going to be looking at the competition and you can see how other people have made success and yada, yada, yada. Well, I will say that scrolling on Instagram, yes, you can use these people to help motivate you, but these people are only showing you guys the good things about what they've accomplished. They haven't shown you the actual journey of what it took to get there. So you are left feeling jealous because you don't have those things. And then you start to go into a cycle of, well, I don't have it and I just feel like I'm trash and I'll never be able to get this just like she did and he did. And it creates a cycle, which also does bring me to my next point. Number 4, stop ruminating and get busy. So what is that word ruminate? Ruminating is basically where we dwell and focus on the negative things in our life repetitively. Okay, so a lot of that does stem from an idle mind. If you are not busy, you will tend to ruminate. You'll constantly think of all the wrong things that are going in your life and how you're not progressing. So I really do want you guys to focus on finding things that will bring joy into your life, finding things that will help you stay busy, keep your mind occupied. I find that the times that I felt the most stuck was when I wasn't doing anything. So if you guys can remember when we did have that pandemic episode starting in 2020, that was a time where it sucked. And I think a lot of people did have those feelings of sadness and depression because of us having to be home all day, and it really did allow for those negative feelings to fester. Spend time doing things that will ultimately benefit you. Some people may argue and say, well, I mean, I already go to work, that should be enough. It's not. Even after work, you have to find something that will bring you joy and something that will also benefit you. So do consider going out to volunteer. Do consider going to the gym, working on your business, maybe getting a license in something, learning a new skill. Anything that is going to benefit you, that's what you need to be spending your time doing rather than ruminating in your room. Number 5, have some faith in yourself. A lot of times you have not changed because your mind has not changed. You are continuously talking to yourself in a negative manner. You're continuously saying, well, things are going to stay the same. My life is never going to change. By constantly saying that, and I always do preach about the self-fulfilling prophecy, but it is so true. What you say to yourself has power. Deep down, there's a little voice in your head that is saying nothing is going to change. Your life is always going to be the same 100%. And that little voice is going to continue to talk down to you and get in your head, and you will start to believe that and you'll start to move in that way. I want you guys to tell that little voice, say, hey, I need for you to quiet down or go away. We don't need to be hearing that over and over again in our own minds. And we're doing it to ourselves. So start telling yourself, say it in your head or say it out loud. I don't care what you got to do, but start telling yourself that things are going to change. You are going to make that change with the actions that you will set forth. And I also want you guys to surround yourself with people that will support you. I know sometimes that it is difficult to find a good set of people who are supportive, because sometimes some people do have other agendas. At the end of the day, even if you do not have that support system around you, you have got to be your own support system. You can't always rely on people to uplift you 100%, because not everybody always has the energy to pick you up off the ground. That is on you. You have got to have you. I want you guys to wake up knowing that every day you're on your way to success. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have got to wholeheartedly believe that about your life and about yourself. Always remember this formula as well. I came up with it and I hope you guys like it, but I think belief plus action will equal change. So even though I am telling you, yes, keep the faith in yourself, believe in your abilities, believe that change is going to happen for you, but you can believe all you want, but if you're not putting forth the action to do that, it's kind of powerless. I want you guys to pair these two things together. So have that belief in yourself, but also at the same time, be very proactive and actively working towards those goals. So in closing, I want you guys to remember that change can happen for you. You do not have to be stuck. You do not have to feel stuck. A lot of the power lies within you. It lies within your belief in yourself, your faith in yourself, and the actions that you're going to take to make sure that you do not end up stuck in one position. You're not going to be stuck in the same tax bracket. You're not going to be stuck at the same dead-end job. There is an out for you, but you do have to be proactive. Always remember to keep the faith and never lose sight in what you want in this world. Thank you guys for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel so you never miss a beat on when I post. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video. See ya!